Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and I review perfumes. So today I have something super special. I have a little bit of a perfume exchange with my perfume friend, Tammy Roxanne. She does a beautiful perfume channel. She's so sweet. She's so down to earth and she's just got such a wonderful passion for perfumes. So I contacted her. I had offered her to send her a sample of something. And she wrote back and said, hey, do you want to do a little swap? So we agreed to swap 5 perfumes. So I've had these for a few days, and let me just say that she has the most amazing taste because they're all winners. They're all winners. I really liked all of them, but I'll go into more detail because, you know, there's a few caveats, right? Like, okay, so the first one is Omnia Crystalline by Bvlgari. I'm looking at it because I can never remember how to say the word Bvlgari. So here's the little sample. And I walked to, we have, what do you call it? Mail is not delivered to our house anymore. We have to go to a little standalone thing at the end of the street. So I picked it up and I literally was like ripping it open and like spraying myself as I was walking home. So this one is so pretty. Okay, so this is definitely an aquatic, woody floral. It's very feminine. It's very pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. It reminds me of, let me see, what does it remind me of? Okay, it reminds me of Armani Privé Tay Yulong, but I would say this one is more floral and more musky. And it also reminds me a lot of Herbe Troublant by Guerlain. So pretty. Yeah, this is just a love. I absolutely love it. I think it's very fresh. It's very clean. It's almost like a spa kind of. It smells like a really clean, a freshly cleaned hotel room in an upscale hotel. Yeah, I love this one. Really, really pretty. So that's the first one. So the second one is, I would say in the same vein. This is Turquatic. And now I asked for both of these, and because I really wanted to try them. So Turquatic is, I know it's been around a long time. This is by MAC. Has that beautiful bottle. So this one is, okay, like a citrusy, aquatic, very watery, not as musky. It reminded me a lot of, what's that one? Kind of like Fragrance to Ireland. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll put it up on the screen. Very, very pretty. And these are you know, like similar. Where's my tab? I can't remember which one I sprayed it on. Let me just see. Okay, there's definite similarities. The Crystalline and this one, they both have the lotus flower. Maybe that's where I'm getting the similarities. Whereas Turquatic has water and the Crystalline has like a bamboo note, which is also almost like, to me, it's like a watery, it's a sort of watery green note, almost in the same way that watermelon comes off a bit watery. And I would say this one is not as musky. Lots of lemon. So pretty. Just clean, bright, fresh. I think this would be like perfect in high heat. I love this one too. I would say both of them 9 out of 9. Very, very pretty. Both fall into the fresh and clean category, which I love. So then the next one, so the next 3 are ones that I have, like, I don't know what the word is, more to say. Oh, I just opened it. Oh no. So this is, I got it, it's all smudged now. Pink Me Up by Atelier des Arts. So the most beautiful bottle in the world. And look, there's like little Can you see? There's like little gold flecks in here. This one I loved. Absolutely loved. I didn't spray this the first day because I didn't want to spray them all. I sprayed this one the second day and I was like, wow, 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 wow. Like strawberry, what is it? Strawberry, blackberry, cassis. So pretty. So, so, so pretty. I am making a complete mess of this. Come on, Karen, get it together. So, okay. Fruitiness, loveliness. Okay, I'm just looking up the note. There's no strawberry. It's blackberry, rose, and champagne. But I guess the blackberry and rose is kind of like coming off. Because like I was thinking about this while I was walking the dog. It reminds me like I get that strawberry shortcake vibe, but no plastic doll head, none at all. This is totally realistic. There's orange blossom, bergamot, musk, patchouli, and iris. A super bright, fresh berry, like you just went to the fields and like picked a whole mess of blackberry and you were eating them and they're on your fingers and it's so hot and there's just that smell of blackberry everywhere. Like that's what you get. It's totally realistic. It's totally bright, totally fresh. It's just invigorating and I can see why she loves it and I can see why people love it. I love it. It's just wow, 10 out of 10. What would I compare it to? I don't even know. What would I compare it to? I have a lot of cherry scents, but I don't know how many blackberry scents I have. Maybe like Jimmy Choo Blossom might be a similar. I don't have it with me, but that's the kind of vibe. But I was thinking earlier too, it reminds me of, it doesn't really remind me of, but there's a little bit of Adventus for her because there's a fruitiness and a fizziness in both of them and almost like a fuzzy peach skin in Adventus for her, but this one has champagne, but I get that same fruity fizzy thing. So that's what I was saying about. I love this one and yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. So, so, so pretty. Now the next one is, this one was the first one I sprayed. This is ESPIRÍTU by House of BŌ. So this one was, those of you that like positive videos, this is it because, you know, I have good things to say about all these. This one is, oh wow. This is very complex. It is, there's definitely green herbalness, but soft green herbalness, definite muskiness. Let's see, what else am I getting out of this? It smells like I get a leatheriness. I haven't looked at the notes. I don't know if there is leather in there, but I get a slight suede, like a very gentle suede. And like the image I have is like you have a brand new suede purse and you scoop up, you have a handful of freshly grown herbs and you put them in and then add in some like, is it white floral? I'll have to look it up. White floral. Okay, well, I was on the right, you know, path. It has sage and iris. There's leather. I said suede. I said herbs. And then there's rose and osmanthus. I said white flower. And then there's oak moss, tobacco leaf, labdanum, and carrot. So labdanum also has a bit of a leathery tinge. So yeah, I guess like herbal, floral, I get suede. It's a very, very nice leather. I've said this a lot lately. I'm not into that much leather. I can do a little bit of leather, and this is just how much leather I like. I love this one immediately. Like I sprayed it walking home from the mailbox and I was like, oh wow. Now I will say I found it faded quite quickly for me. Actually, same with Pink Me Up. It's a love, 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 but you only get like 1 or 2 hours. And this one, more than I would say 2 or 3 hours. It's still on your hand, but it's very muted, but very unique. I cannot think of what else it smells like. Maybe the closest thing would be Sunshine Woman by Amouage, because it has a little bit the same sort of like tobacco leaf. There's some floral, there's a little bit of fruity note. Well, this one doesn't have fruit, but osmanthus can be. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful love. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Really pretty, very unique, very sophisticated, and elegant, I would say. Elegant is a good word. And the last one is the most, I would say, complex. So this is Bonbon Pop by House of Oud. It has that beautiful, beautiful bottle. So this one was, oops, I just sprayed my hand, sprayed it the wrong way. Okay. Wow. This is a wow. This is out of the gate, like wow. It's very strong in my opinion. Sweet. To me it smells like saffron. I don't know if saffron's in it, but that's kind of the vibe I get. To me it smells like caramel, rose, saffron. I haven't looked up the notes. I think like it kind of reminded me a little bit of Santal Austral. Now that's a sandalwood irisy note. This one is not sandalwood, but it has like that same underlying, I don't know if it's like, if there's ambroxan or some type of acetylol, I don't know what it is, but there's a vibe here that is very similar. Now, my husband came home and like I had this, I sprayed this on my hand, like 1 or 2 sprays, not very much. And he was like, wow, something smells good. And I did is it this? Is it this? But I had Pink Me Up on one hand and it had already faded. And I knew, he was like, no, it's this hand. And he's like, that smells really nice. And I was like, yeah, I like this one too. And I was already like imagining in my head, like I'm going to buy it and it's going to be mine. I'm going to bring it home. But there's something in here that was just too enduring, that would not, I don't know. Let me see. Let me look up the notes. Okay. So this one has white peach and coconut, patchouli, brown sugar. I've already forgotten what I said. It reminded me of. I said saffron and caramel. Well, brown sugar caramel is kind of similar. Precious woods, patchouli, musk, amber, and peach. So it reminded me of Crush on Me. Was that the name? Crush on Me by Unique. And when I think about that one has ginger lime, but it has caramel patchouli. And I think that's where I'm getting the connection, this very sweet kind of patchouli connection. And I like that one too. But this one, and I think it's the peach. I think it's the peach that's sort of like, as I'm wearing it longer, is not, it's just a little bit too much for me. The Bonbon Pop. Like I liked it, but then, you know, when there's a point where you're like, okay, I think I don't want to smell this anymore. And this one really lasted. And I was wearing it last night and I went and took like a half an hour bath. It was probably close to 40 minutes. And when I came out, I could still smell it on my hand. And I use soap in the bath too. Like that's how enduring this is. So it's definitely a strong like. It's not a love for me because I think the peach note is just, it's too much for me. Yeah, but really interesting perfume, very unique, and also similar to Crush on Me by Unique, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. So that was super fun. And okay, so I would give that one maybe 7 out of 10. But I did really like it, but I think because of the peach, it's just not for me. I think my favorite was, well, no, I know my favorite was Pink Me Up by far. I really love that one and I really want to buy it. And I'm trying to like, don't buy it, Karen, you don't need any more perfumes, don't buy it. But it's really, really beautiful. Um, the only caveat is it really didn't last that long, but the smell while it lasts is amazing. Turquatic, awesome. Bvlgari, Crystalline, beautiful, and ESPIRÍTU, amazing. So I really lucked out, and thank you again to Tammy Roxanne. If you haven't checked out her channel, go check it out. She's so lovely. And I really, really appreciate her sending me those samples. It was so much fun. So if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Have you tried any of these perfumes? And subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.